All right, here in Erie, PA, we're back. Today is May 28th, and it's a Wednesday. And excuse me for 1 second. All right, I just wanted to shut the door so it's a little quieter. So you should recognize, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you should recognize this article from last year. You should remember it because last year I covered the spraying of Vectocbac 12AS as well as Mimic 2LV. And we talked about the side effects. I got the safety data sheet and we went over the entire thing. And this year they already did the Mimic 2LV. Now they're back to doing the thick brown liquid over Pennsylvania communities. And they're spraying it over parts of central Pennsylvania. So they already did this yesterday, May 27th. They do it on the creeks. So you don't understand that's going in the waterways. Toxic chemicals are going into waterways. That's going to harm the fish. That's going to harm people that drink it. Because no matter how much you filter the water, it's still going to get into, it's still, you're still going to drink it. And think how many people fish for fish. So now you're catching fish in there, eating them. And if they sprayed in there, you're getting the toxic chemicals from that. Where is our consent in this? I will keep documenting this every year I have to. So some of the rivers that they say they're doing, they're probably doing more. And ponds, probably dropping it in people's ponds. Who knows? They shouldn't be doing this already to begin with. They're doing it in Juniata Creek, or maybe it's Juniata Creek. I don't know. These are all weird name creeks, like Haweek Creek, Conoguyant Creek, Conwago Creek, Sherman Creek, and Swatara Creek. And some of the DEP, what does that stand for? Department of Environmental Protection, I think. So DEP, if you actually care about environment, then stop spraying that stuff because you know it's poison. So much for Department of Environmental Protection. Because we need to protect our environment from what you're doing. Because you might as well rip that label of environmental protection right off of you. Because that's the biggest lie I've ever heard. The fact that you're saying we've got to drop poisons to help the environment. That's the same thing as saying we got to spray the skies with silver iodide. That's poison to help protect from climate change. Do you understand, people? It's poison. And these people shouldn't be allowed to do what they do. And I will continue every year that they say they're doing this. I will keep bringing it up because I want people to realize that they shouldn't be spraying it. Has God not made everything perfect the way it's intended to be, where nothing has to be sprayed? He made a cycle of everything to work perfectly. So we don't need this spray. We don't need it. How is that good for us? So let's continue here then. So yeah, it's called, they'll be dispersing Vectocbac 12AS, a BTI product. I'm not sure what that means. Created by Valent Biosciences, which is the only product used in waterways. In the waterways. Do you understand? In the waterways. think about how many of these waterways people might swim in, how many animals drink from this water, and how many people's waterways probably go into that too. Because you know how some waterways that use that water, they use the water towards for people to drink, no matter how much it's filtered. I don't care. It's still going to be in there. And it's pretty sad that we're at the point where we have to filter our water. But like I say, there's still going to be toxic stuff that probably doesn't get filtered out. So the operation is set to begin in Huntington County at 11:30 a.m. and finish in Adams County. The helicopter will fly low near the tree line and release the brown liquid at various undetermined positions. Oh, so if somebody was, let's say, fishing while this happened, are you just going to spray it right on him? What's one person? We're protecting the environment. If he something happens to him, gets sick. He gets sick from the brown liquid. That's all right. I mean, this is so ridiculous. And every year I see this, I'm like, how are we okay with this? Every year I'll say that. How are we okay with blatant poisoning? Oh, excuse me. Just the thought of that brown liquid makes me sneeze. That's how bad it is for us. Anyway, how does that blatantness, how are we okay with that? I'm not okay with it. But is the rest of Pennsylvania okay with what the DEP says is all right? Let me tell you a story. Wait, let me see how much time